So currently the only transition that we've worked with when we go from one video to the other or starting at the beginning has been a fade up from black and a fade down to black. So that's our default. When I click on a clip and I do Shift D, it automatically adds this cross dissolve and the constant power on the audio. Select these two and it does the same thing, a cross dissolve over here. But there are some other transitions that you are welcome to explore. So I'm going to undo those. And I'm going to go to my effects panel and I'm going to open video transitions. So the ones that we've been using are in the dissolve. Most of these, you're welcome to go and play with them, but I'd say just look a little bit corny. But I'm going to show you how you can apply a transition, and then you're welcome to look at any of them. So when we open dissolve, there's one that's already highlighted, the cross dissolve. So that's the one that's already set up to be our default one when we do Shift D. If we really fell in love with another dissolve and you wanted this one, the additive, to be the default when you did Shift D, you could right click, set selected as default transition. So if you're interested in another transition, all you need to do is take it and you can drag it and place it on the clip. And now you can see, test out that transition. So the additive makes your clip blend with the next clip, but it blends through brightness. So it gets a lot brighter, kind of goes to white, and then it'll blend in. All right, now notice I am applying just to my video. This is not affecting anything that's happening on my audio track. So if I don't like that, I can right click on it and choose clear, and then I could try another one. I'll see what this one looks like and drag it out, and I can test this one out. So if I want to expand the transition, I can click and I can drag that, and so now that transition will happen over a longer space, and I can just kind of scrub through and see what this transition looks like. Now, if you have red up here and your computer's having a hard time playing back what the transition actually looks like mine's starting to lag at the same time, remember you can make that in and out point over just a region and go up to sequence, render in to out, and this may take a second, but then it's basically making an MP4. It sits in the background, it's going to read from, and then you can be able to play this back and see it in real time if it's starting to lag. Now the moment you move anything or do any editing, that it's going to go back to red. Okay, so now it has finished that render and this section is green, and so now at least in between here for that transition I can see what it actually looks like. All right, and just to point out, so you're welcome to play with all of these transitions. The morph cut though, this is set up for when you're interviewing someone, when someone is talking and you have to like cut out their ums and things like that and then transition their head back so it doesn't look jumpy. So this one you're not going to really notice a difference from. So hold off on the morph cut. And if you're interested in doing the same thing for audio, you can. You can open up audio transitions. So there's only the option here for crossfade. Constant power is the default one. And if you wanted to try constant gain, I think it's very, very similar. But you would do the same thing. You would just click and you could drag it on and then you could extend it. Need to zoom in a little. Grab that end and you could extend it or do whatever else you want with it. All right, so that's really all there is to transitions. Mostly it's just kind of go in and check them all out.